This evening, Canadian firm to begin nationwide property valuation. Sophia residents want Obia woman to move, but woman feels they're actually the problem. Former mayor of Linden warns against political corruption. In the region, Jamaican opposition leader criticized for giving Parliament the finger. And internationally, actor Bill Cosby is found guilty of sexual misconduct.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Thursday, April the 26th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our Facebook page as well as our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. Nigel Glasgow, the man who reportedly murdered his reputed wife in good intent, has died. This morning, Glasgow, who was in police custody, complained about feeling sick. He was taken to hospital where he died while receiving medical attention. Yesterday, Glasgow allegedly strangled his reputed wife, Diane Hernandez, before killing his dogs, unsuccessfully setting fire to a neighbor's house, and slitting his own throat. This afternoon, a male taxi driver from Cyril's taxi service was shot during a carjacking in South Rhymeville. The man was shot in his right upper leg and relieved of his vehicle by two young men on High Palm and Caneview Avenue. The injured taxi driver was rushed to a city hospital by a Green Ice taxi driver who had witnessed the commotion. A Canadian company is coming to assess property values in Guyana. This will be the first nationwide valuation in almost 40 years. However, Wendell Jeffrey tells us that according to Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkin, this will not bring about an increase in taxes.
George, I had to pull aside with the Honorable Minister of Communities, Minister Ronald Bulkin, and he's saying that as a result of the government not benefiting from the correct assessment of the property taxes across Guyana, they have hired on from Canada Impact Axilogic. And Impact Axilogic is a company, he says, that specializes in how to assess properties, and so they'll be going around the country in all the 10 regions, assisting the local municipalities on ways on which to correctly appraise properties.
The law provides that properties have to be valued accurately. This was not done since 1995. So it's merely providing information to individual councils, local democratic organs, as to what are the values of properties within their jurisdiction to enable them to make informed decision making. It is not a taxation garnering measure.
Who will undergo these revaluations?
An initiative has been approved that will allow for the engagement of an external firm. It's a Canadian-based organization that does property valuations for the province of Ontario, other provinces in Canada, and even international jurisdictions. They will provide the expertise and the know-how to the valuations office to strengthen their capacity, who will ultimately be responsible for conducting this valuation exercise countrywide.
Do you expect any pushback from because when you talk about the revaluation of properties, sometimes the business persons and so on give pushback on that. Are you expecting any kind of major pushback?
It's a legitimate concern. However, the revaluation of properties exercise is not one and the same. It's not an increased taxation measure. It is designed principally to provide information, real-time data to municipalities and councils as to the accurate values of properties within their jurisdiction. Right now, we have a situation where numerous buildings that are valued in the tens of millions and even greater, that as a result of the dysfunctionality within the valuation framework, that these property owners are not paying the rates commensurate.
Right, so there's a nexus I'm talking about, because when you reevaluate the property and get a current
what it will do, no, it won't increase. It will bring equity into the system.
He's very concerned. He talks about property inventory, and he says that this should last between the next 12 to 18 months.
Thanks, Wendell. The petroleum company Hess Guyana Exploration Limited has reached an agreement with ExxonMobil to acquire a 15% participating interest in the Kaicher block offshore Guyana. Hess Corporation made the announcement today in the publication Business Wire. CEO John Hess stated, "Our interest in the Kaicher block extends our company's already significant acreage position in the prolific Guyana-Suriname basin, which has delivered 7 world-class oil discoveries to date." He also said, "We look forward to working with our partners and the government of Guyana to evaluate the potential of this highly prospective acreage." The Kaicher block is located adjacent to the Stabroek block. Hess also noted that the Kaicher block lies in the same geographical basin as the Stabroek block, where Exxon has discovered over 3.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent to date. Apart from Hess and Exxon, Ratio Guyana Limited and Catalea Energy Limited both have a 25% stake in the Kaicher block. Don't go away. Coming up after the break, Sophia residents want Obia woman gone. But first, here's today's foreign currency exchange rates. For the latest in news from Guyana, the region, and beyond, visit our website, headlinenewsguyana.com.
It's the GABF National Basketball Club Championships Final. Road to Mecca 5. Can the defending champions Bounty Colts make it a three-peat, or will the Ravens defeat the Colts to regain championship status for the 2018 National Basketball Club Championship Finals? Colts versus Ravens. Third place challenge, Royals of Linden versus Cobras. Halftime entertainment by Tamika Marshall, Guyana's leading female entertainer. Also $2 million in cash and prizes, spectacular cheerleaders, and fan giveaways. It's the Road to Mecca 5 Finals, this Saturday, April 28th at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Jump ball time 19 hours or 7 p.m. Admission $1,000.
Hey you, guess what? Clearance will be hosting a grand half-price sale for one day only, Friday the 27th of April. So I need you guys to come down and cash in on this amazing deal for all your favorite brands. Ladies, come down and enjoy half off jeans, tops, dresses, shoes, handbags, and a whole lot more. And for the fellas, cash in on half off dress shirts, jeans, jerseys, short pants, sneakers, and everything you need to give you that sizzling look. Remember, the sale happens for one day only, so I need you guys to come down and cash in on the big half price sale happening right here at Clearance. Always keeping you in style.
Guyana, celebrate and appreciate 35 years of ministry with our very own Prophet Eon Greaves. Saturday, April 28th, 2018 at the National Cultural Center, featuring Sean Sobers, Samuel Medas, Miriam C. Williams, Saiku, Kester D, Sherilyn Maloney, and much more. Tickets cost $1,500, $2,000, and $3,000 and are on sale at the National Cultural Center and Kester D Music Center. Doors open from 8 p.m. Sponsored by Hope is Rising and Den's Training.
Welcome back. The Director of Public Prosecutions has discontinued private criminal charges instituted against Ministers Winston Jordan, David Patterson, and Dr. Rupert Roopnarine for the offense of misconduct in public office contrary to the common law. In a statement to the media, the DPP said the charges ought to have been reported to the police first for an investigation to be launched, then advice sought from her office. The charges were discontinued by the DPP by way of Article 187(1)(c) of the Constitution of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. This was the same reasoning cited for dropping charges against Ministers George Norton and Volda Lawrence. Residents of D Field Sophia are spooked over the presence of an Obia woman in their village. Persons claim that she has been nothing but trouble, but according to her, she's not the problem, rather they are. Esther Sobers reports.
One family, along with residents of the Fields of Fire, are alleging that one particular neighbor is making life difficult for them. Kelton Henry is furious. According to him, his neighbor Michelle Scotland has been spreading false allegations against him, allegations that have had serious consequences for him.
The neighbor fall in 2008, that's when I was 28 years old. Since she come in this neighborhood here, she just tormenting everybody, torment me, my wife, my family, just going to make false allegation into the court and the station. And each and every time that the police come, they're coming for me some big guns, they come in and put me on station bail, the court putting me on bail, without I don't know nothing what this woman is speaking about.
Henry also disclosed that his neighbor has claimed that he burnt her and also sexually assaulted her.
This lady and my family. And another thing, thank you very much. And she said I owe in a kind of, I want to harass, sexual abuse harass. This is me and my wife. This is how my wife is so beautiful.
Feeling frustrated that he is not receiving justice from the police at the Turkine police station, his family continues to live in torment by his neighbor, who is known to many of being a spiritualist in Sophia.
My children left and got to the station to the police them for them dog. And my mother, and no police, nobody in come for my dog. And give the children them the dog. Say if she run in my yard and beating my children them and me children or chopping them up or burning them up and then left or got to the station, the police wouldn't come because little children say we don't have no justice. Kelton Henry don't have no justice.
Why if you don't have any justice?
I don't have it because every time I gotta waste my money where I gotta go and build my house with, I just wasting it due to this lady, this Obia lady. Watch all the fires there, all in the morning. She light a set of fire, smoking out of the set of incense, and dancing with cutlass all over on the road, even sprinkling in front of my yard. Even sprinkling in front of my yard. All this abusement, she say putting she chewing. If I only put an abusement on she, the court will jail me.
As I visited Miss Scotland residence, she told her side of the story.
I was shocked at night when I leave to go in the shop, when he brackled me, right? And try pulling at my clothes, telling me that my husband is too old for me. And he want me and
When this happened?
that was like in, like about, let's say about 3 years, 4 years from now. And I said, excuse me, your conversation is not for me, right? Allow me to pass. And since I said that, he continued to block me off and begging me to offer, begging me to purchase beer for me. I said I don't want anything. He said, man, me and you is nearby begging you for drink something. I said I don't want anything. Allow me to pass. And he would not move for me to pass. I had to push him off and get that way to pass. And when I come back home, I call the lady, I call my husband, I go to the station, I make a report.
Along with alleging her neighbor of sexual abuse, she's also accusing the man of being a thief.
This is two thief men you're looking at. Smoke and thief. Now, when
How do you know they smoke and thief?
because I am living here and because I see them, the first house I see they're going is over here. I never make no report because they're all his friends. They are very good friends and very good neighbors. So I am not going to get into that, but I look to see who and who the thief. Then eventually they turn on me. Even in a talking, when I talk thinking that they would have picked it up and follow from that in the height of talking. No, they make friend with the thief man and condone them to come at me. So now, when I come home, I am certain now that the thief is from me, because he thief from me.
What he stole from you?
The first thing he stole from me is my bicycle, some money that my husband bicycle, but I had the bicycle.
When was this?
This was year before the last. When I come, I meet he pelting down the house as usual.
Why would he come on
because when he wanted to thief, when he smoke, and he wanting to eat.
Scotland further stressed that the neighbor, who is a well-known thief, assaulted her husband.
This is how he got this here. This is me here, right? Now, when they're done, he take the bicycle from me, jump on it. Junior walk in the house, walk in this yard where you standing, walk in the house, go to my altar. I'm a spiritual woman, right? And that's one of the problems. They don't want no Obia people around here. And the people who are talking about Obia people, his mother believe in the same thing.
However, other residents of Sophia gave their views about Scotland.
It's a menace to this community. You can't pass this road in peace. If you pass and you look at her, it's a problem.
It's a real menace to this place. Now I live in Modong. But if you pass here, sir, the other day I passing, going up the road, the lady tell me how she can throw acid for me. Since you pass, she's a thief. Everybody in this place is a thief, is she? Since she see you, she's a thief. But this lady's a menace. When you go at the station and make a report, the police don't ever come for say anything. But when she go at the station, the police come.
Whilst conducting an interview, the woman was seen to be having a verbal altercation with a passerby. The residents of Deerfield Sophia are pleading for the intervention of the police for Scotland, whom they described as a troublemaker. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Headline News made contact with officers at the Turkine police station. They claim to have received the police report and will investigate the allegations as soon as possible. At a recent workshop for municipal financial management, former Mayor of Linden, Corwin Holland, warned against persons using political connections for municipal perks. Here's Wendell Jeffrey.
George, today at the Tower Suites, there was a meeting here called the Action Roundtable for Municipal Financing, and we had some presenters from across both the local government and the central government perspective. The first speaker was Corwin Holland, and he spoke. He's with the Guyana Association of Municipalities, and Calvin spoke particularly on the fact that some persons get away with not paying their rates and taxes because of political connections.
Defaulting vendors, staff, or contractors are given a pass or the blind eye, even when their shortcomings, or in some cases malpractices, are clear as day or blatant. But they have political connections and are allies of some administrators.
He also spoke on what he termed municipal perks, where he's saying that some folks are benefiting from as a result of working with the municipalities.
If one is to closely examine the reasons, you may find that prioritizing personal interests over community needs often take precedence. I recall refusing what I called municipal perks that derived from loopholes in the system, which allows for profiteering in an almost legal way.
As Colvin closed his presentation, he called for a full audit of all the municipalities, a full audit to find out exactly where their finances are.
I believe that a full assessment of the financial operations of all municipal administrations should be undertaken immediately.
Mr. Mortimer Mingo, and he is from the Local Government Commission, his presentation dealt mainly with financial accountability. He said that financial accountability will help with the good governance and financial management of the municipalities.
Therefore, it is by you, the managers, the accountants, the treasurer, you are to ensure that the ideals of the people are being met by engaging in strict accountability for the people's resources that has been entrusted to you.
Ms. Jennifer Chapman, who is the Accountant General within the Ministry of Finance, spoke of financial accountability, and she's saying that there needs to be financial accountability so there would be better governance, better financial governance within the municipalities. So there you have it, George. This workshop is a two-day workshop that commenced today. It is the second of the these kinds of workshops, and the minister and those responsible here are saying that this is an ongoing process to strengthen the finances and indeed the financial management across all municipalities, something that the minister says is way behind schedule. In fact, it should have been done. It has not been done in many, many years, and now the government is forging ahead with implementing these training workshops to assist the local municipalities to strengthen their financial basis. Back to you, George.
Thanks, Wendell. A post-mortem examination performed yesterday has revealed that 23-year-old Sunil Mangra was most likely strangled before being left to drown. Mangra's body was found floating in a trench at Stewartville, West Coast Demerara on Monday last. The examination found compression injuries on his neck. Additionally, the cause of death was listed as asphyxiation due to drowning. The former IFLED estate worker reportedly left home on Saturday last to drink with friends. However, he was not seen again until Monday at around 6:30 a.m. when his body was found in the canal a village away. Police D Division Commander Rishi Das has confirmed Mangra's death, and a homicide investigation is in progress. Join us after the break for your regional news, international news, and more.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL?
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
For all your floor covering needs, Kissoons has you covered. From wall-to-wall carpets, runners, rugs in all sizes and designs, mats for all entranceways, vinyl and rubber tiles too. And with our vast stock and knowledge, you're guaranteed to find your floor covering solution with us. We provide free estimates, and did I mention we install too? Like I said, we've got you covered. Kissoons Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
The Big King you love just chickened out. Introducing the new Chicken Big King with 2 crispy chicken patties and our signature king sauce. The new Chicken Big King, now part of our Burger King favorites. Only at Burger King, where taste is king.
Welcome back. And now for news from the diaspora. Guyanese-born Police Captain Rhonda O'Reilly Bovell has been selected as the commanding officer of the 7th Precinct on the Lower East Side of Manhattan and president of the Guyanese American Law Enforcement Association. She will also be inducted into the Hunter College Alumni Hall of Fame during a ceremony on May 4th. After immigrating to the U.S. in 1990, O'Reilly joined the force in 1996 and quickly moved up the ranks. Her appointment makes her the first female Guyanese to take up the post. Now, here's Bibi Bacchus with our regional and international headlines of the day.
The youth arm of the Jamaica Labour Party is condemning opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips for what is called a shameful display in Parliament on Tuesday. The JLP youth arm has accused Phillips of making an obscene hand gesture with his two middle finger, which they claimed he flashed in Parliament at government members during the heated exchange on the Cornwall Regional Hospital matter. However, the opposition People's National Party has refuted that claim, explaining that Phillips was just indicating that he was requesting 2 more minutes and did it in that matter as to avoid being trolled or doing it the conventional way, which is similar to the JLP's V sign. Nonetheless, the JLP youth arm is demanding that he apologizes for the offense. Dutch brewing company Heineken has responded to customers in Argentina following an outcry over a beer bottle label which states that the Falkland Islands belong to the United Kingdom. A71 is named after the longitude from where the beer's wild Patagonian yeast is sourced in Argentina's west. The French language label shows a map of the region with the words Yield Falklands UK next to the British Overseas Territory. Another beer, Age 41, uses the same yeast and is named after the global longitude for the same region. The post was retweeted over 2,000 times and started a viral campaign in Argentina against the label over the last weekend. And in international news, a member of well-known Japanese boy band Tokyo apologizes for firstly kissing a schoolgirl. In February, 46-year-old Tatsuya Yamaguchi brought the girl to his home where the incident took place. Her exact age is not known. No apology is enough, a tearful Yamaguchi told press conference. Police referred the case to prosecutors last week, but the investigation could be dropped after the girl and her mother withdrew their complaint. Yamaguchi has suspended all his work with the band and dropped all other planned entertainment jobs. And finally, 13 children have died after their school bus collided with a train in the northern Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, police said.
6 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. A school bus carrying students of Divine Public School in district Kushinagar met with an accident at an unmanned railway crossing near Dudahi railway station in district Kushinagar. Probably there was a sharp bend before the railway crossing and the driver probably did not pay adequate attention before crossing, and therefore the bus collided with the train.
The bus had been traveling across an unmanned railway crossing when the accident took place. The incident comes weeks after 24 children died when their bus fell into a gorge in Himachal Pradesh state. Road accidents are common in India, often due to poor driving or badly maintained roads and vehicles. The latest incident took place in the Kushingar region of Uttar Pradesh state. It is not yet known how many children were traveling in the bus. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Also in international news, today longtime TV actor Bill Cosby was found guilty on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault on Thursday. The charges stem from his drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constand at his home in a Philadelphia suburb in 2004. The 80-year-old comedian faces up to 10 years in prison on each count, but is likely to serve them concurrently. A sentencing hearing has not yet been scheduled, and he remains out on bail. The case was the first celebrity sexual assault trial since the Me Too movement began last fall. Cosby's legal team intends to appeal the sentence. Now for your 7-day weather forecast and bridge retraction schedule. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Thursday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, headlinenewsguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out for this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed weekend.